So your total household income, including this passive income, is
about 2.2 odd lakh. My mom was diagnosed with cancer some time back, so there were some lot of large medical bills that had come up. I have a weekend home that I have purchased. I bought it at a price of 16 lakh rupees.
Okay.
I did some furnishings, interiors, which ended up costing me about 20 odd lakh rupees along with stamp duty registration. I am an avid traveler, so I end up spending about 35, 40 odd thousand rupees per month on travel. I like collecting rare liquor bottles. The value of those bottles would be a couple of lakh rupees.
Hello and welcome to a new episode of Fix Your Finance. Special thanks to Ditto for sponsoring this video. Today I'm with Darshan. He's a banker. He lives in Mumbai. And today we are going to understand his personal finance and get insights and also try to fix your finance. Darshan, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Anshuman. Welcome to my house.
Tell me, सबसे पहले आप ये बताइए कि आप करते क्या हो?
So I work in Axis Bank and I am into HNI private banking and HNI wealth management.
Okay, so what are you? Are you in the analyst division or are you a wealth manager?
I am a full-fledged wealth manager. I am a certified wealth manager.
Firstly, tell me one thing. What have you studied? कि आपको ये जो finance के जो UHNIs को service करने के लिए what kind of education is expected?
So I have done my graduation in marketing in BMS and I did my post-grad in marketing itself. For somebody to be a part of this industry, one needs to start off at the very bottom, which is into acquisitions. You need to have some basic knowledge of finance, wealth management products, mutual funds, PMSs in India. Need to acquire clients in the HNI space for the first couple of years of your career.
It's a sales job.
It's a sales job. It's a full-fledged sales job wherein I have sales targets, quarterly targets, which I need to achieve.
Okay, ठीक है. So currently, how many years of experience do you have?
I complete 8 years of experience in April of this year.
ठीक है. And what is your pay like? What's your CTC currently?
So my CTC is roughly 23 lakhs at the moment.
Okay.
23.5 to be precise. Okay. So in hand I get about 1,58,000 post my taxes. And I get another 10 to 12,000 rupees as travel allowances per month.
Okay. So I'm guessing that you have to visit people's homes.
Visit clientele office. So 170 is roughly I make post tax.
Understood. So this is your income, right? 1.7 lakhs. What about your wife? Does she work somewhere?
Yeah, so my wife is a graphic designer with one of the leading home finance companies and she has a take home salary of 30,000 rupees.
Okay, ठीक है. So currently your household income is 2 lakhs.
So I would want to add to it that I also have some passive income to the tune of 20 to 23,000 rupees. Okay. I have invested in some P2P platforms wherein I keep getting interest on daily basis.
Okay. And do you use that money or do you reinvest it?
No, so I keep letting it compound over a period of time.
ठीक है. So we'll look at that as an investment. You look at that as an investment.
It's an investment.
So generally guys, P2P lending in general is an unsecured loan. There is no collateral involved. And in Gujarat, like where Ahmedabad वगैरह में P2P lending is extremely common between friends and family. You get 1% per month. 1.1% per month ये fixed है. But there is no गारंटी एज सच. एंड कोविड के टाइम पे जब बहुत सारे बिजनेसेस बंद हो गए थे, लोगों के लेंडिंग में काफी सारे पैसे फंस गए थे.
That's correct. So this is a risky business, as you said. This is a very risky move, but then again it works on trust and faith.
So your total household income, including this passive income, is
about 2.2 odd lakh rupees.
2.2 odd lakh rupees. ठीक है.
Which I plan to increase every month, every quarter.
Okay.
So that is one thing that I am working towards, is increasing my passive income as much as I can so that I have some good liquidity at the end of the month. I have some cushion if I at all I want to travel with my friends, or there are so many other expenses that household expenses that have come. Like for example, my mom was diagnosed with cancer some time back. So there are some lot of large medical bills that had come up. So this is when your passive income also helps you in meeting these expenses. Now? She's much better now. She's cancer free.
Speaking about cancer, right? Did you guys have a health insurance back then?
Yes. So that is something that was the most crucial thing, and I think that was the best financial decision my father took. He bought into this health plan about 12-13 years back.
What was the total expense and what percentage of it was covered by your medical plan?
So the total expense end to end, from detection of cancer till post hospitalization care, was about 7 to 8 lakh rupees,
Okay.
plus or minus 1 lakh rupees, and about 80-85% was taken care by our insurance.
Perfect.
And the best part was cashless claim. About 7.5 lakh was taken care through cashless claim facility, which was quite helpful for me and my father.
ठीक है. So I'm guessing आपके experience के बाद तो you also have a health insurance.
I have had a health insurance since day one. As soon as I began my career, the very next month I bought into a health plan. So I have enough health cover.
Very
and
nice.
So does my wife.
So health insurance wise, you guys are sorted. Next is term insurance.
So I don't have a term insurance at the moment. I had one. I continued for 3 years. I had a 1 crore cover.
Okay.
But then I gave up on my term plan. But then I am planning to buy one very soon.
Okay.
Right
Why
before
did
I
you give
turn
up on
31. One of the main reasons was I bought it when I was very young. I bought it as soon as I started earning. So the company that I had bought into, it has been taken over by another company.
Okay.
So I was not very comfortable when the news came out that the company is not doing well and it's going to be taken over by another company. So that is when I decided that let me not continue with this company. Let me buy into a new company. Procrastination is something that you can say that I have done for the last 3 years.
No, I get it. मतलब हम सबको यही लगता है कि अगर कोई डिपेंडेंस नहीं है तो अभी से टर्म इंश्योरेंस क्यों लेना चाहिए. बट द रीजन इज कि आप जितना जल्दी टर्म इंश्योरेंस लोगे आपको उतना कम प्रीमियम पे करना पड़ेगा. ठीक है. एंड टर्म इंश्योरेंस इज लाइक द बेस्ट वे टू प्रोटेक्ट योर फैमिलीज फ्यूचर एज कंपेयर टू अदर इंश्योरेंस प्लान्स. आपको बस एक हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस चाहिए और एक टर्म इंश्योरेंस चाहिए. ठीक है. तो और फिर आपकी पूरी फैमिली सिक्योर हो जाएगी. ठीक है. एंड इफ यू आर प्लानिंग टू बाय अ टर्म इंश्योरेंस, चेक आउट डिट्टो ऑफर्स 100% स्पैम फ्री एडवाइस. तो अगर आपने अपना नंबर उनको दिया वो आपको कॉन्स्टेंटली स्पैम नहीं करेंगे. यू कैन बुक अ फ्री कंसल्टेशन कॉल विद देम एंड मोर देन 2.5 लाख पीपल हैव डन इट एंड इनका गूगल में भी 4.9 स्टार रेटिंग है. नॉट जस्ट दिस, दे आर बैक्ड बाय Zerodha एंड दिस इज द सेम टीम व्हिच बिल्ट FinShots, वो जो माइक्रो न्यूज वाली जो कंपनी थी ना जो कोविड में बहुत ज्यादा वायरल हुई थी वो वाली. जब भी आप टर्म इंश्योरेंस लेते हो आपको राइडर्स भी लेने चाहिए जैसे कि क्रिटिकल इलनेस, एक्सीडेंटल बेनिफिट या फिर परमानेंट डिसेबिलिटी, सो दैट इन केस यू आर नॉट एबल टू वर्क बिकॉज ऑफ सर्टेन रीजन योर फैमिली विल स्टिल गेट द कवर एंड गेट अ फाइनेंशियल सपोर्ट. डिट्टो का चैट सिस्टम बहुत रिस्पॉन्सिव है तो अगर आपके कोई भी क्वेरीज है दे आर अवेलेबल फॉर यू. तो अगर आपको राइडर्स समझना है, अगर आपको अपने कोई टर्म प्लान या हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस प्लान का कोई डिटेल समझना है, दे आर अवेलेबल फॉर यू. सो इफ यू आर लुकिंग टू बाय टर्म इंश्योरेंस, चेक आउट डिट्टो. द लिंक इज इन द डिस्क्रिप्शन ऑफ दिस वीडियो. तो अब तो हो गई आपकी इनकम की बात. ठीक है. नाउ लेट्स टॉक अबाउट योर एक्सपेंसेस. सबसे पहले, डू यू ओन दिस हाउस और आर यू रेंटिंग इट? व्हाट्स द सिचुएशन?
So it's our own house. It's in my mom's name and it's in my father's name. So yeah, so we don't pay any rent.
Okay. तो आप मम्मी पापा के साथ रहते हो?
Yeah, I stay with
your
my
family.
So it's me, my parents and my wife.
ठीक है. So firstly, no rent. ठीक है. उसके अलावा do you have a home? Do you have another place जहाँ पे आप रहते हो या फिर खरीद के रखा?
So I have a weekend home that I have purchased. It's at Shahpur.
Where is this?
And it's near Asangaon. It's in outskirts of Mumbai, about a 2-hour drive from Mumbai. And it's a weekend home. I bought into this property about a year and a half back.
And what is the price of this place?
I bought it at a price of 16 lakh rupees.
Okay.
I did some furnishings, interiors, the white goods, AC, TV, refrigerator, which ended up costing me about 20 odd lakh rupees along with stamp duty registration.
तो ये वाली you are saying that it's in the outskirts of Mumbai. ठीक है. कितने साल का आपका लोन है?
Okay, that's a very interesting part. I applied for a 15-year loan. And my loan was sanctioned about 20 odd months back at 6.4%. But then when the RBI started increasing interest rates, my interest rate shot up to 9.3, 9.4%. So what the bank did, they increased my tenure. So from 15 years, when I checked my latest statement, it was all the way high till 28 years. So that is when I decided to increase my EMI amount. The original EMI amount that was sanctioned for me was 9,500 rupees per month. But then I increased my EMI amount by 55% to directly 15,000 rupees, which brought down my tenure to about 10.5 years.
Understood. Guys, ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चीज़ है. ठीक है. जब भी हम घर खरीदते हैं, राइट, इफ यू आर लॉकिंग अप 40 to 50% ऑफ योर सैलरी towards an EMI, then you are also discounting the fact कि आगे जाके interest rates change हो सकते हैं. Then the only way you can pay that loan is instead of 15 years you have to pay for 25-30 years. Like in his case 15 साल से 28 साल हो गया उसका लोन. इसीलिए even if you are buying a primary home, 28 to 30% is the max that you can spend on your EMI because आगे जाके आपका interest rates बढ़ सकते हैं. So keep that in mind. Yeah. So current EMI of this holiday home is 15,000 rupees. ठीक है. Very decent. Next is groceries, food, help, do you contribute to your house towards your household, or do your
Yes.
parents take care?
So no, I contribute. In fact, there is a fixed amount of money that I give them every year.
Okay.
So currently I'm paying 33,000 rupees as fixed monthly expenses to my parents.
So apart from this 33,000, do you have any other fixed responsibility as
So
such?
I have another vehicle loan.
Okay.
I bought a new car about 7 months back.
Okay.
And I pay an EMI of about 25,000 rupees on it.
Okay, what was the cost of the car?
The vehicle cost was 14 lakh rupees. I paid 1 lakh rupees as down payment. 13 lakhs was the loan that was sanctioned.
उसके अलावा, how do you spend your money?
So I travel a lot. I am an avid traveler. So I end up spending about 35, 40 or 1,000 rupees per month on travel.
Okay.
Now,
But do you travel every month, or do you save up and travel?
No, so I
in
travel. Usually, I travel for about 10 months a year out of 12 months. I use my extended weekends, extended holidays, bank holidays quite judiciously.
और आपके कोई expenses है, मतलब महीने में आप total कितना spend
So
करते हो?
maybe eating out, going out with friends for a drive or some desserts, going out with my wife for some dinner, going out with parents. Maybe 5,000-6,000 rupees a month for dinner. Then so when you go out, there's some. I use my vehicle, so about 3,000-4,000 rupees fuel is what I end up spending. Sometimes I take my car to my office, maybe 4-5 times a month. Then,
How do you generally travel to office? या office commute भूल गए हाँ.
so I usually take the train.
Okay.
I have a direct train to CST.
Best.
And my office is about 5-7 minutes walking from there. So that is a much faster way for me to commute.
Yeah.
So I don't end up spending much. Then my wife takes a auto to her office every day.
Okay.
So that is about 3,000-4,000 rupees a month.
So now, after all the expenses, on an average, how much do you end up spending on a monthly basis?
So on an average, I end up spending about 1.2-1.25 lakh rupees per month.
अब आप मुझे ये चीज़ बताओ कि do you have any fixed investments? Because at the end of the month, you are left with around 80 to 1 lakh, right?
Correct. So as I said, I make sure that on timely basis, as soon as my money gets credited, a certain portion of my money is earmarked towards P2P lending, or which is in the form of maybe friends and family, or through online portals like. I keep investing as soon as my salary comes. I do a lot of stocks. I don't do mutual funds at the moment. I have fixed investments in the form of ULIPs. It's a quarterly payment that I've opted for. I am also into NPS, National Pension Scheme. And
How much do you invest in a national pension?
50,000 rupees per year. Which
per
is
year, ठीक है. तो अगर आप Section 80C के tax saving instruments में invest करते हो, your taxable income goes down by 1.5 lakhs. But if you invest in NPS, that's an additional 50,000. ठीक है, तो आपका 50,000 से और भी taxable income गिर जाएगा. तो अभी आपने 4-5 asset classes में किए. Can you tell me the breakup कि कितने में कितना percentage and what's the total portfolio size?
I would have about 15-16% in precious metals, about 25% in real estate, about 15% in the form of my vehicle which I have bought, 25% is in direct equity, about 5% is in the form of ULIPs, in the form of Atal Pension Yojana, my provident fund which I am getting for my company. About 25% is in the form of P2P lending.
Understood. ठीक है. So you are investing in ULIPs, okay? Is this a monthly investment or an annual investment?
It's a quarterly investment.
It's a quarterly investment. How much do you invest?
62,000 rupees.
60,000 per quarter.
Yeah.
ठीक है. So majorly you are investing in this equity ULIP and P2P.
No, so I also invest into direct equity.
Okay.
In fact, my wife also does.
Okay.
So there are some, I buy into some direct stocks.
So majorly you are investing in these 3 asset classes. Other than that, do you invest in any other asset?
So the next investment avenue, I would not call it an investment avenue. It's just an some people like calling it an asset. Like my father likes calling it an asset. I like to call it passion. So I like collecting rare liquor bottles. Maybe when I'm traveling, or when you go to a duty-free shop in India or any of the Union territories, I buy just 1 or 2 bottles per visit. So that is something. The value of those bottles would be a couple of lakh rupees.
So now we went through your income, expenses, investments. If you have to describe yourself in terms of finances, okay, how will you do it?
So I am not frugal, and at the same time I'm not a spendthrift. I like conserving money. One thing that I like to do is save first. If I am getting 100 rupees a month, I would at least target to save 40 to 50 rupees of it. Now this habit has come a long way. This is something that my industry has taught me. This is something that my job, my peers, my colleagues, my company has taught me. I'm in the wealth management space. I manage a lot of HNI clients, and I would obviously aspire to be like them.
What did you learn from them? I want to ask them. These are people who have a net worth of north of 50-60 crores. Okay? How do these HNIs buy homes?
Most of them like self-funding. They like to shell money out of their own pocket and like to pay the entire money upfront to the seller. Many a times it also happens that they've taken home loans to get the tax benefits, to claim some deductions under the income tax regime.
Ideally, I feel that even if people have the entire amount, they will still take a home loan. Reason being, if I have 1 crore rupees and अगर वो 1 crore का मुझे घर खरीदना है, या तो मैं पूरा कैश दे दूँ, or else I take a loan for like 5 or 10 years. The loan, the EMI that I am paying is servicing the principal amount and the interest. So at the end of the day, if I'm paying 8%, the total amount that I pay will be lower than me investing that 1 crore at 8%. क्योंकि अगर मैं 1 करोड़ रुपए इन्वेस्ट कर रहा हूँ 8% में, वो पूरा का पूरा 1 करोड़ हर साल 8% से ग्रो होगा. बट जो लोन अमाउंट है 1 करोड़ का, उसमें आपका प्रिंसिपल अमाउंट में भी जा रहा है EMI और इंटरेस्ट में भी जा रहा है. सो दैट 8% ग्रोथ विल नॉट बी इक्विवेलेंट. सो दैट्स व्हाई it is recommended that even if you have the entire amount, take a loan. You said that आगे जाके मैं घर खरीदूंगा, right? But you also said that you want to retire early.
Okay.
ठीक है. So when do you want to retire? And if you want to retire, how will you manage buying a home?
To answer your questions in multiple parts. One, to retire early. Again, it all boils down to what's my income level 10, 15 years down the line. I have a target of retiring in the next 15, 16 years, maybe 1 or 2 years here and there. But I want to retire by my 40s, by my mid 40s, latest by my late 40s.
Okay.
Now I believe in the concept of FIRE. So I have a corpus in mind, and then I tend to keep, and then I have a thought process that if I keep withdrawing 3.5-4% every year on monthly basis or annual basis from my corpus, and I park my entire corpus into a fixed, safe and government instrument that is yielding me 7.5, 8.5%, I will be able to manage the next 30-40 years of my life comfortably.
सबसे पहले तो if you want to actually calculate your FIRE number and how you want to reach there, इस January में we are doing a retirement planning webinar, ठीक है?
Okay.
So for you, it's completely free. I'll send you the Zoom link. आप join कर लेना. आप वो retirement number अपना निकाल सकते हो, and we'll also help you with different ways to calculate your FIRE number, ठीक है?
Yeah.
Second thing, if you want to retire early, how do you plan to buy a home in Mumbai?
Okay, so one added advantage that I can tell you is that I already have a home. My parents had purchased this home about 32 years back, and that is one asset that I have. We might sell this house for a bigger house, or my building might go for redevelopment in the next 1 year or so, and that is something that will help me making a bigger property going forward. I might put in some extra money, take a home loan through my bank at a subsidized rate because I'm an employee of the bank.
हमने एक कोई और फिक्स और फाइनेंस का वीडियो किया था किसी और बैंक के साथ, एंड दे गॉट अ होम लोन एट फिक्स्ड 5%.
For me, it is 4% at the moment.
Wow.
That is one of the privileges I get of being a bank employee. So I have an employee home loan to a certain limit only. I have my sanction limit is not. आज मुझे अगर 2 करोड़ का लोन लेने वो नहीं मिलेगा. It depends on designation.
Yeah.
So there is a pre-sanction limit कि इतने तक का home loan I will get at 4%.
ठीक है.
Anything above that would be whatever applicable for a retail investor.
ठीक है. This is our फटाफट फाइनेंस राउंड, ठीक है? You have to answer all these questions जल्द से जल्द, ठीक है? If money was out of consideration, what would you do for a living?
So I would love to be a travel blogger. I'd love to take private tours for my friends, my families, and in any of the clients or potential clients. I'd love to have a travel business of my own.
If you had an unlimited budget, what would you gift your wife?
I am not really sure. What would I gift her?
What about your parents?
I would love to gift my parents a house.
Okay.
When it comes to my wife, she's a very self-sufficient person. She's a very supportive person. I'd maybe take her on a luxurious vacation. She likes to travel with me.
Okay.
Or maybe I would like to give her maybe a guaranteed annuity plan. 10 crore का annuity plan दे दो.
सही है,
लाइफ लॉन्ग इनकम आ जाएगी.
सही है. And the last question is, what are the 3 financial steps that you're going to take in the near future to reach your goal of retiring early?
One, I would want to buy a term plan as soon as possible. At least मैं नहीं रहा तो शायद मेरी फैमिली को वो गोल अचीव करने में आसानी होगी. The second thing I'd like to do is would want to increase my passive income through my investments that I have done. Maybe look for better opportunities in the market, do some better asset diversification, shift my money from one asset class to another. The third thing that I'd like to do would want to increase my income through my current job. Maybe work even harder towards the targets that the company has set for me so that I can earn better incentives, I can get a better hike, I can get a better promotion within the company itself. So those are the 3 things that I want to do.
Perfect. So increasing your income, investing smartly,
Correct,
and ensuring your family's future.
Correct.
These are 3 things you want to take.
Correct.
And personal finance बहुत simple है. इन 3 चीजों से it's gonna get sorted.
It is not rocket science if I have to tell you. It requires some amount of discipline and it requires some amount of self-realization.
That's about it, guys. बहुत simple है. And that's it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for inviting me to your home. Absolute pleasure. मजा आ गया आपसे बात करके. And thank you so much to Ditto for sponsoring this video. And guys, अगर आप इस channel में नए हो, then please consider subscribing. Your love and support will keep us motivated. Thank you and see you guys next time.